You've reached the last tutorial of the Foundation series. 11 tutorials, 3 architectural phases, one core idea underlying all of them, that the agent loop is the only mechanism in autonomous systems, applied at different layers depending on what your problem needs. This tutorial doesn't introduce a new pattern. It does something better. We take everything you've learned and build the kind of system you'd actually ship, which, in production, is almost never one pattern in isolation. Real systems are hybrids. Today we build a weekly gold market briefing. A Landgraph spine controls the document structure. That's phase 1. One section delegates to an autonomous agent. That's phase 2. 2 sections delegate to the bull and bear subagents we built in tutorial 10. That's phase 3. 3 patterns, 1 system, deliberately combined. The output is a real markdown briefing you could send to subscribers. Here's where you are. Phase 1, controlled. Phase 2, autonomous. Phase 3, orchestrator. T11 sits at the intersection. We use each pattern at the layer where it fits, not because hybrid is fashionable, but because the briefing structure naturally calls for all 3. As we build, every architectural primitive from the previous 10 tutorials will show up in real code. This is the capstone retrospective, made tactile. Look at the briefing structure. 7 sections: header, current state, this week's movement, bull view, bear view, consensus, footer. Each section has a different shape of problem behind it. The header just needs a date. The current state needs a fresh price. The week's movement needs investigation. We don't know in advance which data points will matter. The bull and bear views need single, evidence-based perspectives. The consensus needs synthesis. The footer is fixed text. Now ask, for each section, which pattern fits its shape. Hover and footer. Fixed format, no reasoning. Phase 1. Current state. 1 fact, fetch and format. Phase 1, with 1 tool call. This week's movement, open-ended investigation. The path can't be designed up front. Phase 2, autonomous agent. Bull view. 1 perspective, well-defined role, deserves an agent of its own. Phase 3, subagent. Bear view. Same. Phase 3, consensus. Synthesize multiple inputs. Phase 1, but with 1 LLM call. Each architectural choice is defended by the shape of its section's problem, not picked because it's elegant. This is the lesson worth taking from the entire series. Don't pick an architecture first and find a use case for it. Let the shape of each part of your problem tell you which pattern fits. 2 files in our tutorial-11 directory. Briefing.py has the spine and all the nodes. Run_briefing.py runs it and writes the output to a markdown file. We import 3 things from tutorial-10-run_agent for the autonomous node, plus consult_bull_analyst and consult_bear_analyst for the bull and bear nodes. 2 files. Most of T11 is reused from earlier tutorials. That's the point. The foundation is real. In our existing project, activate the VNV, make the directory. At the top, imports. We bring in StateGraph from Landgraph, the same class from tutorial 2. We add tutorial-10 to the path so we can reuse what we built last week. From tutorial 10, we pull in run_agent, consult_bull_analyst, consult_bear_analyst, and the gold tools. Then the state. Briefing state is a typed dict with 1 field per section: header, current_state, week_movement, bull_view, bear_view, consensus, footer. Each node will write to 1 or 2 of these fields. Landgraph handles the merging. The simple controlled nodes, header and footer. No LLM, no reasoning, just structured strings. The header gets today's date, the footer is fixed. These are pure phase 1. Your code decides the output, every time. Phase 1 callback. This is the same primitive from tutorial 2, a node that reads from state and returns an update. Nothing fancy. Converted underscore state underscore node makes a tool call, but is still phase 1. We call get underscore gold underscore price directly. No LLM, no agent loop. The function is the same one from tutorial 3, tool decorated in T3, MCP wrapped in T9, plain Python here. Same code, different exposure layers across the series. Why is this still phase 1? Because we decide when and how the tool runs. There's no LLM judgment. The data is fresh by construction. Now, phase 2 enters the picture. The This Week's Movement section needs investigation. We don't know in advance whether the agent will need 1 tool call or 3, whether it will pick up on something specific that demands a follow-up. The path can't be designed up front. This is where phase 2 belongs. The investigator node is 6 lines of actual logic. It calls run underscore agent from tutorial 10. Same loop, different system prompt. You are a gold market reporter. Investigate the week's price action. Write a paragraph. Tools are the gold tools from T9. To the Langgraph spine, this node looks like any other. State in, state out. The fact that an LLM-driven autonomous agent ran inside it is invisible from outside. That's the layer interface from tutorial 10 doing its work. Stable interfaces let you put any pattern behind a node boundary. Now phase 3. The bull and bear nodes use tutorial 10's subagents directly. Consult underscore bull underscore analyst and consult underscore bear underscore analyst. Imported, called, formatted. 4 lines each. Notice we're not using analyze underscore with underscore perspectives from T10. That's the orchestrator's full synthesizer. The Langgraph spine is doing the synthesis itself in consensus underscore node, so we use the subagents directly. This is what reuse looks like across phases. Tutorial 10's analysts don't know they're being called from inside a Langgraph spine. They're functions that take a string and return a string. The spine doesn't know they're full agent loops with their own tool calls. Stable interfaces between layers, the discipline T10 introduced, is what makes this composition possible. The consensus node makes 1 LLM call, reads the 4 prior sections, writes a balanced paragraph. No tools, no agent loop, just synthesis. That's phase 1 with an LLM call, not phase 3 because there's a single decision maker, not an orchestrator. The flow is fixed. Read 4 inputs, write 1 output. Different shape, different pattern, same lesson. Quick visual before we run. Here's the flow. 6 nodes wired sequentially. Start to header, to current underscore state, to week underscore movement, to bull underscore view, to bear underscore view, to consensus, to footer, to end. Each node is color-coded by its pattern, controlled in indigo, autonomous in green, orchestrator delegated in purple. 1 system, 3 patterns, each at the right layer. Run it. Watch the trace. You're seeing 3 patterns execute in sequence. The spine ticks through phase 1 nodes: header, current state, predictable, controlled, fast. Now phase 2. The investigator agent fires up. Watch the indented lines. It's making its own tool calls autonomously. The agent decides on its own which data points it needs to write a richer paragraph. We didn't tell it which tools to call or in what order. Now phase 3. The bull analyst is running its own complete agent loop. Look at this. It's not just calling get underscore gold underscore price. It's gathering portfolio data and converting to multiple currencies. The bull analyst decided that an internationally grounded argument would be stronger, so it pulled the data for 1. We didn't tell it to do that. The bear analyst does the same shape of work from the opposite angle. Several tool calls, structured argument coming back. The consensus call. 1 LLM invocation. No tools. Synthesizes everything that came before. And the briefing is written. Open the Markdown file. You have a real document. Header, live price, a paragraph on the week's movement, a bull case with numbered arguments, a bear case with numbered arguments, a consensus that names where they agree and disagree. Footer. That's a working hybrid AI agent system. 3 architectural patterns, 1 execution, 1 published artifact. That's what production AI looks like. Let me show you what just ran, annotated. Read top to bottom. The lines. That's the LangGraph nodes executing. Phase 1 doing its job, controlled flow, every step predictable. The indented lines under week_movement_node, that's the autonomous agent running its own loop inside its parent node. Phase 2 happening invisibly from the spine's perspective. The indented and lines under their respective nodes, those are sub-agents from tutorial 10, called as functions, running their own complete loops. Phase 3 being reused. Every layer hides its complexity from the layer above. The spine doesn't see the agent loops inside its nodes. The agent loops don't know they're inside a spine. That's what makes the composition possible. That's what makes it scale. If this is the kind of content you've been hoping the rest of the internet would teach you, hit subscribe. The domain series begin next. Cybersecurity, investment, channel development, same machinery applied deep into specific verticals. You won't want to miss those. Now the explicit retrospective. Every primitive from the series, located in T11's system. Tutorial 2 introduced state graph, nodes, and edges. Those are the briefing spine itself. Tutorial 2 also introduced typed dict state schemas. That's briefing state. Tutorial 3 introduced the tool decorator and the gold domain functions. Those are the gold tools, imported via gold_tools.py, called inside the agent loops, called directly in current_state_node. Tutorial 4 introduced state accumulation across nodes. That's how the briefing's 7 sections come together. Tutorial 5 introduced multi-agent routing. That's the spirit of bull_view_node and bear_view_node, except those nodes now delegate to whole sub-agents rather than running individual LLM calls. Tutorial 7 introduced system prompts as agent identity. We use system prompts in 3 places in T11. The investigation prompt, the consensus prompt, and the bull and bear prompts inherited from T10. Tutorial 8 introduced the autonomous agent loop. That's what week_movement_node runs inside it. Tutorial 9 introduced MCP tool wrapping. Not directly used in T11, we call the tools as plain Python. But the same gold tools could be exposed via MCP if you ran T11 inside Claude code. Tutorial 10 introduced LLM as orchestrator. The bull/bear subagents are reused directly. T11 doesn't introduce a new primitive. It composes everything you already had. That's what a capstone is for. The skill that survives beyond gold and beyond this series. 3 questions, in order. Question 1. Is the workflow knowable in advance? If yes, phase 1, controlled. If no, move on. Question 2. Does the task benefit from multiple perspectives or decompose into specialist subtasks? If yes, phase 3, orchestrator. If no, phase 2, single autonomous agent. Question 3. Does the system as a whole need a fixed structure with audit trail? If yes, hybrid, a controlled spine with autonomous or orchestrator nodes inside specific positions. 3 worked examples. A daily price newsletter for paying subscribers. Workflow knowable, audit needed. Pure phase 1. An incident investigation tool. Workflow not knowable. Pure phase 2. A research report needing both fact-finding and multi-perspective analysis. Mixed shape, fixed output. Hybrid. T11's pattern. Sometimes the right answer is none of the above. Just talk to a model. The simplest thing that works is often the best. You now have the architectural foundation. Where this goes next. The cybersecurity series takes this foundation and applies it to threat triage and runbook automation. It introduces RAG over runbook corpora. That's a pattern this series didn't cover. And it earns its own treatment in domain context. The investment series goes deep on portfolio analysis and signal aggregation, live data feeds, historical research workflows. The YouTube channel development series turns the camera on itself, using these patterns to automate parts of the production pipeline that built this series in the first place. Each domain series stands on what you've just learned. You've already done the hard part. 11 tutorials. From pip install LangGraph to a working hybrid AI agent system that produces real artifacts. If you've made it here, you've built more than most people who say they use AI agents have ever built. Take what you've learned. Build for your domain. The foundation is yours now. This is AI for your work. Build more, hire less. See you in the next series.